Hello, welcome to the Sibs and Smut podcast. I am Jordan,
I'm Maddie.
and today we're talking about one of our books that we have for our 12 Days of Smutmas. It is Krampus Kruk. I'm assuming that's how we say that. By Serena Pier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kruk. Krampus in general by
Krampus.
Serena Pier. And oh my goodness, I went in this very blind. I
So did
was
I. It
I
was
I
worth it.
I knew it was going to be another level of spice because of the whole Krampus talk, but I didn't realize like what kind of spice and what level of spice. It went a whole other way than I thought. And I definitely thought this was going to be a magical thing, not a contemporary
No,
romance.
yeah. I didn't realize it was going to be contemporary. I thought it was going to be like a magical thing too, because you think like Krampus, you think like Germanic,
Or
Christmas stuff
or
or
just something in general with like magical Christmas vibes, something like that. I because
there's
we
not
tr we
magic.
try very hard to go in blind. We don't want to read too much into it and ruin it for us, so we just go in blind and
Yeah.
I'm glad we did because wow.
I'm really this book, holy hell.
Mm-hmm.
This
I
one had me, I like every time I read or like when I was reading it, so many times in the book, I'm like, am I into this? I think I'm into this.
I feel like we were memeing ourselves so much. Like we're both like, I'm into this.
I'm into this.
Am I into this? I am
Yep,
into this.
I'm
Like
into this.
there was a lot of that going on, and not a bad thing. It's just that it's a
No,
different take because there
it's a
is an
different
age
take.
gap. So
Yeah,
if you have a thing about that, just be aware
it.
there is an age gap,
I
but it's
will
still worth
say
the read.
I have read quite a few age gaps, and sometimes it bothers me. Sometimes it's weird. This one
No.
didn't bother me. If you go into it like thinking Christmas,
Mm-hmm. I'd still
it didn't bother
kind
me at
of
all.
anticipated some level of magic just because of how fit this dude was. Like,
Nope. And that's the thing
wow.
that sucked because there was no magic.
I
And
was
I look at
like,
my husband, who's younger than the main male character in this book, and I was like, you have no excuse.
so well, let's back up. Hang on. So the main female lead is Morgan, and let's just say, it's Christmas Eve. She's having a rough time with family, as we all do around the holidays,
As we all
Sometimes
do.
you just want
Family.
to you love your family, but you
My
want to
mother,
throttle them.
yeah,
So,
my mother always said it's same. There's a saying about guests, and she said the same thing about family. Guests are like fish.
hmm,
After 3 days,
it's time to go.
starts to not be as
Yeah.
it's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, so Morgan shows up at this
I
bar.
loved Morgan.
I liked her as a lead.
I loved her. She needed a drink. She was like, wherever I can stop, finds a dive bar and ends up being like the diviest dive bar. And she's like, F it. I don't care. I need a drink.
I need to get away. I needed
Because
to step away from it.
I feel like it's so much of us,
Hmm.
especially nowadays. Like if your family is different from you politically, just in mindset, that's where she's coming from. She's the only person in her family that has very different views from her family that she's staying with. And she's like, nope, I don't vibe with you all at all.
No. So to give a little bit context, it's her mom. She remarried and to a stepdad and there's a
Yes.
stepbrother.
The
They don't
stepbrother.
jive. Let's just say that.
Yep.
There's no familial happiness. Not even with her own mother because she's a little
No,
PO'd
yeah.
at
I
her
mean, it's
mom.
I think she tries. I think she's just like, I don't want my mom to be unhappy. I'm glad that she's happy, but like I don't fit in with this family.
Mm-mm. And she's had to really take care of herself, so she's very independent,
Yes.
which is
I
so refreshing, really.
it
I
is it is
really, really like it.
I think it's important to note when we're talking about this, there is some elements of some past self-harm.
Hmm.
If that's a trigger for you, it's not in depth, however,
It is talked about.
it's talked about and that might be triggering for some people. So, we say your mental health is important
Hmm.
know before you read. But
It's not in depth. It.
it's not in depth. It just is spoken about.
Hmm. So as she goes in, and she just happens to catch the eye of this rather dashing devil, if you will.
Dashing Devil, the silver fox, if you
Yeah,
will.
and he's kind of like, who? Because
Who's
she's
this
a really
lady?
she's tall, she's blonde, she looks expensive. So he's like, you're in the
Except
wrong
she's in a
place.
really tacky Christmas sweater.
Yes, but she's still giving like probably shouldn't be here vibes.
She's serving. She walks into this bar serving, and he was like, "You don't fit in here."
No. And so he kind
Because
of
like it's a
tests
divey
her a
dive
little.
bar.
Yeah, he's like testing her a little, and then she's like, "What the fuck? Get out of here!" And he's impressed by her to the point that he actually goes and sits next to her. Well, sits at the booth with her, and they start talking and chit chatting. And he gets her a drink, and she gets a drink, and she's
Hmm.
sassing the hell out of him, and I'm loving it.
I love her sass, her mouth, and it's commented on by him a lot. He's like, "You and this mouth."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Dish it, girl.
Get it? And then he,
Get it."
and then you start kind of picking up like, oh, he's into brats. He's into some bratty girls. Okay. Uh, he's all about the sub and dom type thing. So that comes into play a little bit. He
It
starts
was
picking
really
up on
hot.
that. It was very hot. And then as it continues on, um, she's just like, am I doing this? Am I going to go back with this dude that I just met? And she does.
Hell yeah.
To say this again in case I didn't say it or if I already said it. This is a short story. Like this is so it's going to be
Yeah, it's
fast
very short.
paced, but it's really really good. The buildup is good, the
God, is it
setting is
hot?
good, and it just kind of flows. Like he does take
You
her
know,
back to his place. However,
yeah.
he also has an interesting background, if you will.
Yeah, he really does.
You want to talk
You know
about
what I think
that?
I love? We can. I think one of my favorite things because you're talking about like it's a short story, but one of my favorite things is when a book, especially a short story book, because it's so easy to jump right into like hot spice.
Mm-hmm.
This man knows how to take his time.
Yes, he does. But he's also trying to fill her out to see what exactly is going on with her. Like he's
What?
intrigued by
Yeah,
her. He likes
he's
her,
a dom.
but
He's
it's
like,
not. Well, I'm
what are
not
you
just
cool with?
not just that. I'm talking about like his backstory, his
His
history.
background, yes.
So he's having
Who
to
are you?
like, who are you? What's your story? Because she's not using her name. She doesn't really want to know his name. She just wants to make this a one night thing, and he's
That
mostly
yeah,
okay
that's
with
what it's
that.
supposed to be
But he says, yeah, still has to be wary because of. We'll just say it. He's
because of
a
his background.
criminal activities,
He's a
aka mafia.
retired, a
So
retired
there is
mafioso.
there's mafia elements to it. They don't. It's not really talked about much, but it is an element. So if
Yeah, it's an element. Just as he's retired, he's like, I gotta make sure that people aren't trying to kill me.
mm-hmm, because that's kind of what he's been
So
dealing with all his life. So
yeah,
that does come into play later. But basically, they have some really good spicy scenes. Wow.
it's so hot.
I was like, okay, I need some alone time.
This for real, this book, every chapter, there's spice. The whole
well,
book is spice.
no, not the whole book because the first like
Not the
three or
whole
four
book, but
chapters.
like it's them getting, it's like them leading, it's foreplay, like the first couple of chapters, and I
Yeah,
kind of count that as
yeah, it's
spice. Like
good.
you know the spice is gonna spice
Oh yeah,
because
you
you're
can.
watching their banter and ugh, so
It's
good.
that good tension. It's that good tension that you get with enemies to lovers that you're getting with this
Yes.
banter because they're not enemies to lovers. This is a different kind of
No,
dynamic,
and
but it's
she's
still
so
just as good.
bratty,
It's
and it's
so
so
good.
good.
And then it's the whole like the next day situation. What does that look like? And it ends on it's a good happily ever after story. It's short, it's spicy as all get out, but it is
It's
sweet at the
spicy,
same
so
time.
spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like it's one of those things that like you meet somebody that's supposed to be a very easy one night stand
Mm-hmm.
and
But you have a
you
connection.
realize, yeah, you realize throughout that you're like, hey, I don't know that I want this to be a one night stand. And then by the end, you're like, this can't just be a one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I do this if this is just a one night stand.
And she's really fighting it the whole time. He's kind of leaning more into because he's I think
Yeah.
also because maturity on his point.
Yeah.
She's
I
also
agree.
is just like the timing's really weird. She doesn't really want to do that, like get any further, but she still likes him. It's a weird, and she doesn't know
Hmm.
his name, so it's like a weird, like okay, we
And
let's.
there's the age gap. And she's like, am I going to do this? We're at different points in our lives.
Mhm. Yeah, it was very interesting to read that and have that take, but also really good. Like it wasn't.
It's so good.
We read a different book. I'm not going to name it, but there was a particular scene in it that I was like, ew. That
I know
had its,
exactly what we're talking about.
yeah. And then,
This didn't do that for me.
No, and it was because of the way it was written and the way the actual interaction took place. It was a whole different
I
ballgame. And I
agree.
was
It's a
like,
very different ball
yes,
game.
yes, I'm all for this.
It's that type of kink done correctly versus that type of kink that creeps you out.
Yeah. Granted,
Yeah.
that could be someone's yum. The other one we're talking about, that
Yeah,
could
and
be
that's cool.
the
It's just not us.
yeah, it's not for us, but this is for us. This was yes.
I think we could probably say that I mean, it's like a daddy kink. I think that's fair to say.
Hmm.
Because I don't think that gives a
Mm,
ton away.
I think it get well,
Because that can be
it's
done so many ways.
it's true,
And
but
there's ways that makes it weird. And this is
I
just not one of those ways.
well, the thing is though, the daddy kink in general, what most women that I think about it, not the ones that are like that other one, are like this, where it's like an age gap, but it's hot, spicy. He
Yeah.
takes care of her. It's
It's
not,
more of a power dynamic than it
and
is
it's
like
yeah, it's this dom
you're
and
my
sub
dad.
situation, not like talking to them like they're their kids. That's a different
That's
thing.
different and that's weird.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like,
But if you're into that, that's cool. We're just not into that.
yeah. Well, not even. I don't even. I'm not. I don't support any harm to kids. I'm
I
just
don't,
saying that.
I no, I agree. I mean, if you're in a consensual relationship with somebody that is legal
Yes,
and
that
that's
is of
what you're into and
age,
it's consensual, cool. If you are attracted to children, that is not cool and you
and
should see
you
somebody.
you should go to hell.
Yeah,
I'll
I agree.
yeah.
You should get help
You
and then you should go to hell.
well, or you should get burned alive. I'm not for anybody like that. They can
No,
go
we
rot in
we
hell.
have kids, like it's not,
No, you will
we
die
draw
if
the
you come
line
anywhere
there.
near my like. No, no, absolutely not.
Oh, no,
So
you come any like don't even look at my kid. I that will it.
nope.
Have you seen those? I know this is kind of off, but have you seen those like things on Facebook where they ask mothers if they would kill for their child, and the moms are like, I don't know. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? 1,000,000% yes.
100%. You coming at my kid? You better back
You
the
come
f
after my kid, and
up.
they will never find you again.
Yeah, like no, kids are
It's
no
like the
no.
Taylor Swift song. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning.
Yeah, mm-mm,
Forget it. It's all
mm-mm.
you
No,
kind like you and I are both mama bear. Like you come after my kids, and
it's a whole
it's a
another
whole.
ball
You
game.
can come after me all you want. You come after my kid, you're done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I'm not about that. So there's that kind of kink can be done in the
Well,
wrong way, and that kind of kink
yes,
can be
and
done
it
in
can
a
be, yeah.
really well written way.
This
And
book,
this is the
it's done
well written way.
well.
It is done very, very well. And
It's very
I
well.
am for that, and I
Me
liked
too.
that, and I liked how that dynamic worked, and it wasn't weird,
Same.
gross, or
It's
anything like
not
that.
weird.
It's done
No, it's
very, very
hot.
well. And honestly, the word daddy, like she didn't call him daddy or anything like that. Really, I think maybe once. It was a very
A
different
couple
kind
of
of
times, yeah, it's not
yeah. It's not like what you
a
think,
very, very different connotation. It's very much the Dom sub daddy.
and it was really, really well done and very, very spicy.
It's
Whew.
very well done.
I would give
Ooh,
this five.
this
I would give
book.
this five
I would give
spice.
this one five chili peppers for sure. And it's worth every five. What do
Because
you
of
think? I
the
don't know, like there's not like there is more plot in this. I mean, it's obviously it's mostly smut, but I think the plot too is actually really good when you think about how much of this book is spiced. Because typically when you have a short story, like you're gonna sacrifice spice or smut when you have like 100 pages.
mhm.
And I felt like this book really delivered both.
um I would agree
And
with
in
that.
like a short plot way, but like it wasn't there was a plot. Like it followed a thing and you knew who both of these people were,
Mhm.
and I liked that.
Well, I will say this. I think what it was is the writing was really good, and it's not so much that there's plot as it is the setup. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's the
character
intro.
development, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's the intro. It's the setup of the situations that lead to these people to meet, and then what
Yes.
happens after that, and then after that, and it's fast paced, but it makes sense. It's not weird.
There's no glaring plot holes or anything where
No,
you're like,
no,
wait a
it just
minute,
kind
this
of
makes no sense. It just flows really well.
like you could see this if you had a good girlfriend and she told you what happened that
Mhm.
night at a bar. That's kind of how, I mean, I could hear someone
Dude,
telling me that.
if
Like
somebody
it's that
came
kind
to
of
me and was
level.
like, this happened to me in a bar, I would be like, shut up and tell me everything
Yeah, exactly. That's my
right
point.
now.
That's kind of
Yeah.
like that kind of story where it's like, oh, okay, this is like a girlfriend story and it's a good girlfriend story. And you're like, I need a
It's a
drink.
really good one.
I
And you're
need
like,
you to
I
sit
hate
down.
you a little bit.
I need you to come over and we need to have a little chit chat.
And I
Here's
will
your drink. Here's
need
my drink. Let's all
every
the
single
details.
detail.
Every single detail rating. And we need to rate and
Every
everything, like
detail.
all of it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. That's what
Like,
I
I'm
feel like it
gonna,
is.
what is it? Suits or something where she's like, all right, the important part. And then she's like,
She's
and
getting
you're,
him.
this is that book where you're just like, tell me everything.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah. No,
What are you talking
it's
about here?
yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And I think Serena does a very good job with it.
I
Another author,
agree.
we're really gonna have a problem with all these authors that
I
I'm gonna
know. Well, and I think, I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you
need
and
a
I
whole
try
house
to,
for all
for
these
real,
books.
but we like to kind of look at indie stuff because I think it's easy, especially like with a podcast, to go with what is popular. But you miss out on so many excellent books
Mm-hmm.
when you only go with what's popular. And
Mm-hmm.
like you and I really like to read, just ourselves, read indie authors
Mm-hmm.
because you never know what you're
Mm-hmm.
going to find. Like you find a diamond in the rough and you're like, man, this is amazing. Why does this not have more hype? And those are the kind of books that you and I like to talk about the most because
Mm-hmm.
you're just like, people need to read this.
Mm-hmm. I
And
agree.
this book was one of those. Like, this is such a good, like, holiday one after the kids go to bed. Like, this is Christmas after hours. You're
It's
just
after
like, I
dark.
after
Um,
dark. And
I
it's so
believe
good.
I'm trying to remember. I believe she has, I know she has it in paperback and I know she has it in hardback on Amazon. I don't think there's not an
Not
Audible because I
audible.
looked.
There is not.
There's not an Audible yet. I'm sure there's one in the works, but because
I
she's
hope
gaining some
so. This
traction.
one would be hot, audible.
She's very, very good. I'm
Could you
honestly
imagine if like
really
Teddy
surprised.
Hamilton did this?
Oh my, if he was the guy, oh my gosh. Or better yet,
I
Jason
think,
Clark. Jason Clark did it. Have you ever heard his voice?
oh God, yes.
So deep. Oh, or Connor Craig.
Jason,
Honestly,
yeah.
there's so many
Honestly,
JF
any
Harding.
there's so many.
Um,
Connor Craze to be good.
I
Anthony
don't,
Palomino from like who did Kingfisher.
I don't know if no, not for that. Not for that.
Well, I think he does like a good deep voice. That's what I'm thinking of.
Maybe
But
so.
that's fair.
I feel like for this kind of specific one, maybe because I've heard Teddy, Jason,
It's
and all the other ones do so much of this type of spice that I think that just suits them better than it does with
it's a
Anthony. Nothing
very
against him,
smutty
but
spice.
he really
No,
has like a command
he
of the
does good with like a lot of plot,
well, he that yeah, romanticy.
romanticy.
Yeah, that's his thing. I'm not saying that's his only thing, but that's really like he's niched and he's
No, but
found it's
he's
like
really good
perfect
at
in.
that.
Yeah. So
This this book it would be so good with an audiobook.
I
I
agree.
honestly think this is one of those books though that I might implode if I had to listen to it.
I
Because the
agree.
spice be spicing.
I would wow. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty up there. I 5 on the spice
Like
meter,
I
5
probably would
chili
need
peppers.
more alone time if I did this via audiobook.
Mm, I don't I guess it really depends on how
I
it's
don't know. It's so good
no, the
regardless.
writing is really good and I can visualize this voice in my head, but if it's a specific one, like with Merry Little Christmas, Connor Chris, oh my God. And then hearing all the other characters and it's just like, oh my goodness. So it's a whole other level of realisticness. I don't know how else to say
Yeah,
it.
when you have like a full cast, and there's just not that many characters in this book to
Mm-mm.
warrant a full cast.
It's too short of a book anyways. It wouldn't work.
It's too
But
short, and there's really like the two main characters, and you have her family and like his friend,
yeah,
and that's it.
I feel like it would be m- we would be lucky if it became a duet. I don't think it would be because it's too short.
I don't even, it's too short for, I think, for even that, but fantastic read
Yes, I
regardless.
want to find more of her stuff and maybe longer books that'll
Same,
have audiobooks too, because I would love to both read and listen.
because it's
110%
hot.
on that. Yeah.
The spicy
So
scenes are
her
chef's
name,
kiss.
her name is Serena Pier. I know she's on Instagram. I for sure saw her there, and she
Yeah,
has books listed on Amazon. Follow her, look her up,
do
buy her
it.
book. She's really good. Her book
I
is
know
on Kindle Unlimited. That's where I read
it
it.
is. That's where I read
Um,
it too.
highly recommend her. On the writing
Yeah,
aspect,
this
what
one was
did we rate the writing? I don't think
fantastic.
we rate the writing. We
I don't
just did
think we
the.
wrote, I think we just did the Chili Peppers. What do you think on writing? Because I thought it was excellent.
I thought it was good too, but I would say 4.7 just because it's
I
short.
agree because it's short and it's definite. This one is
Smut,
definitely more
spice
spice,
heavy, smut heavy.
but the writing is fantastic. Like especially when you get to a spicy scene, there's some that are like there's some authors that rely on the spice more than the writing.
Mm-hmm.
This one is such an amazing blend of both. Like the spice is fantastic, the writing is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole thing was really, really good.
But I kind of wanted it to be a bit longer than 100 and
I
something
I
pages. So
know.
that's why I'm like, I feel like
That's
there
like the
could have
hard
been more.
part
Yeah. So I
because
feel
you
like
want more.
that's why 4.7, because I feel like there could
Yeah,
have been more. And maybe there
I
was, and they just
wanted
took
more.
out my lot, but which is possible because of editing. But I feel like there definitely could have been more. But
There
that's
could have
just
been
my
more. I
opinion.
wanted more.
This is my
It's
personal
yeah,
rating. You read, and rate however you want, but
do
that's
it.
just how I feel
Yeah.
about it.
We highly recommend you read it, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's an
Yeah.
excellent book. But I think that's one of my favorite things when you find a book, especially like a short one where you're like, damn, I wish this was longer.
I wish it was a series. Like, yeah, that's kind of where I was
Right?
wanting. But sadly, it's not a series, it's standalone.
Sadly, alas.
But we now have a new author on our list and we can find more of her
Yes,
stuff.
we do.
So
That's kind of the fun thing about I think for both of us doing this 12 days of Smutmas is highlighting some indie authors. And there's been several where we've been like, oh my God, we have to go back and read more.
hmm hmm And then maybe next year we can have like a poll and people could send us
Hmm.
like recommendations because there's so many out there. We can't find them all. We
There's
need a little
so
help.
many for
So
real. And like if you come across a book that you're just like, man, this needs to be talked about more,
send it
shoot
to
us a
us
DM. Yeah, we
or
would
email
love
us.
to know. Or if you're an author who's like, hey, I think my book is amazing, my reviews are amazing, but like I'm just not hitting the crowd that I feel like this should hit.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many books I think that you and I have read where we're both like, this needs to be a bigger thing than it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I agree with
it's
that.
it's really sad that this is not a bigger thing than it is. More people need to read this. And those are my
Mm-hmm.
favorite books.
I agree. I think there's just so much unknown, and you keep finding other stuff too, stuff I never even thought of or heard of before, and such a
Yeah.
it's so refreshing because we're
That's like
both
the fun part about it.
avid
Yeah, you and
readers,
I
and
are
we read a lot of
I
different
have
stuff, so it we see a lot of different stuff. So it's really nice to have
yeah.
that different stuff that we're like, oh, this is new, this is awesome.
I have a saying because my husband is very much not an avid reader. And he's like, I don't know, I just don't like reading. And I told him, and I've told other people this that tell me they don't like reading. If you don't like reading, you're not reading the right thing. You don't have to go into reading and read what you think you should read. Read
Mm-hmm.
what you want to read. Read what you like
Mm-hmm.
because it opens up such a world and there's such pleasure in reading that is like it's the best. It's the
Mm-hmm.
best.
It
Like
really
I
is.
I love movies, I love TV, sure. But there's something about reading and creating that in your mind
Mm-hmm.
that you just can't get. Like it's completely up to you when you read it. You make the decisions on what that looks like, what they sound like, versus a movie where you have producers or movie people that are making these choices.
That's true. That's true. I agree with that.
Hmm.
It's just a whole other type of thing to read and to lose yourself in a whole new world, if you will. Um,
A whole new world.
hey, we don't want to get copyrighted.
Oh yeah, you guys to cut that out, Disney.
Okay. On that note, before we say anything else that might get us.
On that note, before we get sued, we will leave you
Yes.
until the next
Thank you
episode.
guys so much
Thanks,
for
guys.
listening. We appreciate all of you guys listening, and thank you all to all our new fans. We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
And until next time, bye.
Bye.